Since 1999, Kurdish leader Abdullah Ocalan has been imprisoned in Imrali Island High Security Prison in the Sea of Marmara, Turkey. He has been allowed no phone calls since he was imprisoned, just 2 brief visits by his brother since 2015, and no meetings with his lawyers since 2011. On the 20th anniversary of Mr. Ocalan's abduction, I travelled to Turkey with an international peace delegation. We asked to visit Imrali, but the authorities didn't respond. And so we met human rights campaigners, democratic politicians, and Ocalan's lawyers.
Ben avukatlığa, Sayın Ocalan'ın avukatlığını yapmakla başladım. 7,5 yıldır avukatım, 7,5 yıldır Sayın Ocalan'la avukat görüşünü gerçekleştiremiyorum. Müvekkilimle görüşemiyorum. İmralı bir ada hapishanesi. Ada hapishanesi olmasından dolayı da tamamen toplumdan uzak bir yerde. Denizin ortasında. Zaten müvekkilimiz de bunu İmralı koşullarının tabutluk olduğunu ifade etmişti. Keza 20 yıl boyunca hiçbir telefon görüşmesini de sağlayamadı.
The end of the peace process brought more conflict and repression. Tens of thousands, including elected MPs and mayors, have been jailed. Heavily armed state forces have attacked several Kurdish cities. We went to the city of Ahmed, also known as Diyarbakir, where hundreds died and much of the historic old city of Sur was destroyed.
Çocuklarımızı tam öldürüyor da en azından bizim çocuklarımızın cenazesini versinler. Bir mezarlıkları bile olsa en azından mezarlarına gidelim de en azından çocuklarımıza orada bir teselli bulalım. Yani en azından çocuklarımızın bir mezarı olduğunu bilmemiz gerekiyor yani. Yani 4 yıl içinde mesela bütün iradelerimizi hem çocuklarımızı öldürdüler hem belediyelerimizi kayyum attılar. Bugün bütün belediye başkanlarımız içeride, vekillerimiz içeride. Hani yani belediye başkanlarının ne suçu var diye. Ne yapmışlar yani? Bütün yani her şeyi elimizden almışlar. Şu anda hiçbir imkan elimizde bırakmamışlar ki.
The clampdown has included an attack on the Saturday mothers, demanding justice for their loved ones who were abducted and disappeared in the 1990s. The relatives are banned from holding vigils in the centre of Istanbul, but they won't give up.
Hukuk adına, adalet adına yüksek bir irade göstermeye çağırıyoruz.
Taksi durağı kapandı ve kısa bir süre sonra eve bir telefon geldi. Annem telefonu açtığında işte 1 dakika bekle diyor anneme telefonda ve 3 el silah sesi duyduktan sonra tamam kapatabilirsin deyip telefon kapandı.
Ve biz kaybedilen mücadelenin terk edilen mücadele olduğunu da biliyoruz. Biz kayıplarımızdan ve adalete ulaşmaktan vazgeçmeyeceğiz.
We found this spirit of resistance everywhere, and especially meeting Leyla Gavan on hunger strike, demanding an end of the isolation of Ocalan. It was inspiring, but harrowing to meet Leyla. So ill, but also so full of life and determination. Mr. Ocalan's inhumane prison conditions break Turkey's own laws and international law. But world leaders and institutions are often complicit through their silence.
Buradaki en önemli ihlal işkence yasağının ihlal edilmesi. Yani İmralı sisteminde kurulan sistemin bize göre işkence sistemi. Kırıcı yönleriyle, onur kırıcı muamele, kötü muamele koşulları çerçevesinde işkence yasağını, Avrupa İnsan Hakları Sözleşmesi'nin 3. maddesinin ihlalini sistematik bir hale getiren bir İmralı süreci. 2,5 yıldır çok ciddi koşullar, çok ciddi olaylar oldu. Ama bu kadar yaşanan olaya rağmen İmralı'yı ziyaret etmemekte ısrar ediyor.
Despite his harsh conditions, Ocalan has used his imprisonment to develop the theory of democratic confederalism. These ideas inspired the women and men who have defeated ISIS in a heroic struggle and are building a grassroots democracy with real equality in northern Syria, providing a model of peaceful coexistence for all the peoples of the Middle East.
For Turkey, for the situation in Turkey can be changed, first thing the Turkish state has to remove the isolation of Mr. Öcalan. And then we know very well when Mr. Öcalan speaks, he talks about freedom, democracy and peace, nothing else. That's the first condition that Turkish state had to meet.
Calling on Turkey to, among other things, abide by the basic human rights principles adopted by the Council of Europe.
Our delegation left Turkey inspired and determined to build international solidarity.
The TUC, Unite the Union and many trade unions in the UK are supporting the campaign because Öcalan is being treated in such a way that affronts any humane behaviour, and I believe he is, as being said, the Mandela of the Middle East.
So, what I've learned on this week on the peace delegation for the freedom of Ocalan is the power of the human spirit, really, is meeting these extraordinary people who are in a daily fight against the authorities, who have been imprisoned, who have been detained, who have been bullied, who have had friends and families murdered. Meeting Leyla Gavan, who is now on hunger strike, is very weak. Her protest is about Ocalan's continued isolation. All she's asking for is his right to have a lawyer to visit him, to have his family and friends to visit him, which have been denied him for many years. And the international community should be intervening in this. This can't continue to happen in a supposedly civilised society, and shame on us for letting this continue to happen.